Oh, this is much better. All right, DreamHack people, we're getting ready for the next run. Metroid Fusion, any percent, no memory corruption with Scrub Bust on GBA, being played on the Game Boy player through the GameCube. So we have some last-minute setup checkups to do, and we'll be right back. When I said we'll be right back, I meant it because we're actually ready to go. And also, a quick friendly reminder that we're at $571 for Child's Play raised this so far this weekend. We're gonna try and make it to 1,000. So as close as we can get to that goal tonight, that's gonna make our job easier tomorrow. Every single cent of your donations go towards the charity. Nothing comes back to us. Nothing goes through our hands. We're going through the Tiltify platform, so it goes straight to Child's Play. And without further ado, we're ready to go. So, hey Scrub, how's it going? Hold on, they gotta turn on your mic, I guess. Mic check.
Check.
Perfect.
Check.
Well. Guys, we can never...
Test. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, this is fine. Or is it? Oh, okay.
So how's it going today?
Oh, pretty good.
How you feeling?
Pretty good. DreamHack's a pretty nice event, and enjoying it so far. So
Perfect. That's what we want to hear. We're working really hard to make that happen, so I'm glad you're enjoying. So, well, I mean, you're the penultimate run of the day. There's only one run after you. Yeah. So
ending strong.
I'm just gonna, take it away, man. This is your moment. So, ready whenever you are.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So first things first, we're gonna start off with some beautiful text, and there's quite a bit of text in this game. So we are playing in Japanese, as it saves probably 2 minutes compared to running on English. And we have the hardest room in the game here. Ah. Yeah, so you can basically wall jump all the way up, but it's the hardest room in the game, so. All right, so this is quite different from Zero Mission. Basically, you just have, between every point, you have a computer that's telling you what to do and where to go. So, very text-based, but still pretty good. Yeah, and so basically, the plot for this game is that while Samus is investigating some sort of biological life form, she gets attacked by these parasites, and whenever they basically heal her, they make it to where her suit can now absorb these parasites. So after I kill an enemy, you'll see some little germ thing that lingers around where they are, and you can absorb them, and they heal you, and they refill your ammo. So pretty good. Yeah, and so you're going to see me shooting basically every time I jump. It's going to help you put your feet down so you can basically land faster. And right now we're just working our way towards the missiles. Pretty introductory section here. Yeah, and so basically in order to progress through the game, you're going to need to pick up items that let you pass different types of blocks and stuff like that. So first item of the game is going to be the missiles. Yeah, and so we have our first boss coming up here, and in order to make it a little bit easier, we're going to pick up a couple missile expansions. I think we're going to end up picking up around 12 items in the game. There's like 100, so basically 12% should be good. All right, so now we have these eye doors. They're completely random. That was a good double. All right, that was pretty good luck. All right. Yeah, and you're going to see me doing like a little jump missile kind of thing in order to be able to shoot 2 missiles that hit on the same frame. Normally you have to wait 3 cycles, but if you hit the double, then it saves the cycle, so. Oh boy. All right. All right, pretty good. Yeah, and so there's a bunch of enemies, and the bosses basically leave like a big core, and every time you kill a boss, you're going to be able to get one of its abilities. So as you can see, he was like rolling around, and now we have the ability to morph into a ball and get through these sections. All right, so now we're moving to the bottom section. Also, another thing with the bosses is that whenever you kill them, the core is going to want to float to a specific spot on the screen. And in order to save time, you're going to want to like manipulate the core into moving into the sweet spot before you get the last hit, so that you can jump immediately and grab the power-up. All right. All right. And then we enter basically our imposter. She's a big phony, and she's impersonating us, and she's very powerful, and we're going to have to basically encounter her and get around her in the future. All right, so now we've entered the sectors. Basically, there's 6 of them, and you're going to basically be revisiting all of them at one point and another in some sort of way, but it kind of goes out of order. You go Sector 1, Sector 2, then to Sector 4, then 3, then 6, then 5. So it's a little weird, but we are definitely going to be visiting all of them a couple times. And we're going to be wanting to conserve missiles here, staying as close to full as possible. Oh. Okay, and so there's these 5 atmospheric stabilizers that we're going to have to kill. And they take 3 missiles each to kill. And we're going to be visiting the 5th one after we get the charge beam, and it makes it a little bit quicker. All right. Also going to be picking up a couple extra health tanks just to make it a little bit safer. All right, pretty good luck there. All right. This should be good missile count. You need at least 3 missiles in order to get past the eye door, and these guys should drop us some, hopefully. All right. All right, very good, very good. Also, another weird thing, so if you're at full health, then all of the drops will be missiles, and basically vice versa. So if you're at full health, anything you kill is going to be able to refill your missile count. And if you're at like full missiles, then everything you kill will give you health then. Alright, good double. I think that was a double. Alright, good double. Alright, so now we have the charge beam item. We're going to try to stand here and drop some doubles, some vertical doubles into us. Alright, good. We got at least one double. And so all of the cores take a different amount of hits to kill. Towards the end, it's going to take a total of 6 missiles in order to kill them. So we're going to be trying to get some triple doubles on them. It should be good. And so now we have the charge beam, and it's very, very good. Alright. Nice, okay. So that's the 5th atmospheric stabilizer, and typically you can do that one before you get the charge beam, but it's much faster to do it after. And you can kind of jump and get hit it with the flare as well. Very neat optimization. Alright, and we are out of here. Yeah, and so it's really neat. All these sectors kind of have their own theme. And so you'll see like Sector 2 is going to have like a tropical theme, like very nature-y. And like Sector 4 is going to have like a fire theme. And they all kind of have their own style. All right. And so basically we're being told here that SAX is in this sector with us, so to stay on our toes pretty much. But we won't have to do anything crazy with her this time. All right. All right, so these red caterpillar things deal an insane amount of damage, so try really hard not to run into them. They basically do like 25% of your health at this point, so running into 4, you're super dead. All right, and so now you see the door on the right over here is blue, and we need a key to unlock it, so we're going to end up getting four keys, basically, in order to get through certain doors. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're getting another upgrade, which is the ball, like the jump ball, basically. Basically, laying a bomb in ball form basically pops you up, so pretty good. All right, so you're going to see me morphing basically as soon as possible. Sometimes one room early. And you're going to see me jumping as blocks around me or trying to move through them in order to preserve aerial momentum, basically. Oh, God. Alright, we're going to pick up another E-Tank here, just for a little bit of safety. Alright, cool. And basically at the doors you get a little refill with the red X. And we're going to do a little ritual here for good luck. Alright, so he can jump anywhere from like 3 to like 12 times or something like that, but... Oh, shit. And we're going to be trying to move out of the way. He can basically capture you and literally like suck you. It's really interesting. Alright. Oh boy. Alright. Oh, that was close. Alright. Yeah, so you're going to want to keep them somewhere around the middle when you kill them. And it saves a lot of time. And so now, as you can see, he was like jumping around. And so when we kill him, we get the high jump. And now we're able to jump like twice as high. All right, and now we have like our first real encounter with the SAX. You can actually skip this part, but it's like a one-touch death kind of thing, and it's very risky. All right. So we kind of wait for her to leave. And so now with our new ability, we're able to make it up through these through this shaft with the long jumps and be able to progress further. All right. And we are out of here. All right, and so now we're going to Sector 4, and it's sort of like the underwater theme, and we're basically going to have to drain the water because there's a bunch of like, you know, technology and electronic stuff, and the way out is like flooded, and if you get in the water, then it damages you because of electricity. So we have to first get the power up, what lets us access the room where we can drain the water, so we can leave. All right. Yeah, and you'll see me anytime I'm kind of dropping down and forward, you're going to see me tumble just as a way to optimize the movement and helps move forward. Alright, this room is a little tricky. Oh. Yeah, and so the entrance to the boss is located behind this false like block in the save room, which is super sneaky. I'm not really sure how anyone finds it on their first playthrough. Oh boy. 3 beams. Yeah, so the most beams you, I-beams you can get here is 4. And it makes trying to grind your time down really, really hard. Alright, so this is Saris, and as you can see, he's speed boosting around, and we're going to try to kill him in 2 cycles. Alright, beautiful. If you get right up next to him, and hit him with the charge shot, then you can kill him in 2 shots, so... Alright, beautiful. And so now we have the speed booster, and we're going to be able to get around much quicker. And you'll see it basically is a tutorial room for it. And you're able to store it basically at the end of a run, and then you can carry it to another part and speed boost across. Alright, so now we are going to go be able to access the room that lets us drain the water and store a Shine Spark on the platform. And using this, instead of going down below, we can just get right back through. And so we're going to try to store another Shine Spark and use it to get out of here a little bit quicker. Oh, okay, never mind. So this part would normally be like full of water, and you have to be able to, like, oh my god. You have to be able to, oh my god. Alright, this should be good, I think. Never mind. Alright. There we go. All right, so now you'll see like this cool little thing where every time on the navigation platform, we're gonna crouch to save the Shine Spark, and it's gonna last all the way through the text boxes. And then we're gonna be able to use it to boost onto the elevator platform. And basically it just saves a little bit of time, but it's a very cool strat. Alright, just like that. And so you'll see me basically do that for every computer that we have to stop at. Alright, and so now we're moving to Sector 3, and that kind of has like a fire theme, but we don't really go into like the really fiery part till later, so. Alright. So first we're going to come get the green key down here, and we're going to do another Shine Spark strat basically in order to get over there. Alright, perfect. And so now that we have this, we're going to be making our way over to the Super Missiles data point. And this is Bob. This is a notoriously famous missile tank that's very hard to skip in 0%. But we actually need it, so we just collect it anyway here. Alright. Alright. So we're going to try to basically spark back out of this room, but it's very tight. All right, beautiful. And so basically, we go and discover that the exit has been blocked, and we go back this way to find that it's this guy. Oh, okay, that was good. And that's Box. Normally he kind of jumps around and lays a bunch of bombs and does some stuff, but we're able to kill him pretty quickly. Oh. All right, so now we're moving into Sector 6, which is kind of like a nocturnal sector. And also we have this little cutscene where the computer and some random guy is talking behind your back. Talking that smack, but it's okay. We're going to stick it to him later. And it's kind of weird. Anytime you're like supposed to be in the dark, you'll see like a little like light aura kind of around Samus here, but you can still see everything in the sector, so it's kind of weird. But all right. And this sector is actually pretty dangerous. There's these ice cores that are flying around, as you see on the screen, and they do something absurd like 65 damage or something like that. And typically if you get hit by one, you just get swarmed. And so you definitely don't want to get caught by any ice cores around here. Yeah, so that little bomb coming in, since you have to wait for the bombs to explode, you basically want to lay it on the way in, and then we're going to be picking it up on the way out, so we don't have to wait for the bomb to go off. All right. One more room of these ice cores. And we're going to try to lay this bomb. That should be good. All right. And whenever you pick up an item, the bomb still can go off while the cutscene for the item is playing. All right, so then we get trapped in this little part right here, and we're going to have to maneuver our way around the SAX. And you definitely do not want to get caught by this one. All right, so we kind of tag her foot with a little shot, and then as she goes over there, we jump the other way and are able to escape. All right. All right, getting lots of beams. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is... Holy crap, that's 4 beams. All right. Oh my god. All right, we're going to have to basically farm for some missiles on the core. All right, so... Holy crap. Oh my god. All right. So normally we want to have some missiles for this. All right. And so since we missed like the little heal at the beginning. Oh my god. All right. All right. Finished it strong. All right. So that's the Mega Core. And now we get the most beautiful suit in the whole game. The Various suit. Look at that color. Wow. Yellow and purple. Or is it like lime green and purple? I don't think any of us can pull that off, so. All right, so there you see that little puffer thing. They're really tricky to get around. Basically, anytime you hit it, they send out a little puff of gas, and it's makes it very hard in a speedrun to get around them. And so this new yellow suit allows us to basically withstand extreme cold and hot temperatures. And because the ice cores are like extreme cold, anytime we run into them, they're going to heal us instead of hurt us. And so the next sector is going to be like ice-themed sector. And normally if you go into the sector without this suit, you're going to be taking a ton of damage just from being in the cold. But since we have this suit, it's going to allow us to get through there. All right. And the elevators in this game are really picky. Like, even if you're like 80% standing on it, it still won't let you take the elevator. You have to be like right in the middle, basically. All right, beautiful. Yeah, and so when you have the Shine Spark and you're going from sector to sector, you basically want to be jumping in order to land on the last platform. Because if you try to run over to the elevator and press down, it's going to store the Shine Spark. So you have to be jumping and landing on the elevator platform. All right, so this is the ice section we're talking about, and basically we're going to try to move all the way down and go all the way down to the yellow key. All right, nice. Oh, that was close. And so we're going to be coming back to that room. As you saw, there was like a little column that normally will grow, but you can't really interact with it yet. And once we get the freeze missiles, we'll be able to freeze enemies and jump on top of them, and basically be able to get to higher places. All right, so now we are picking up the freeze missiles, and you'll see why they're important basically right now. So. Oh boy. And so now, since we can freeze things, we need to activate these columns. And then we're going to be able to get a Shine Spark here. All right. And so now we are basically out of here, and we just have to return to the navigation room. And as you see, we got visited by our friend in the background. We're basically going to have to fight him later, but he's just there to intimidate us right now. Okay, and so now, upon trying to make it back to the computer, we're notified that basically there's a meltdown happening and that there's an emergency in Sector 3, and we're going to have to go see what's up. Alright, and so you see we have 6 minutes basically to do it, but it probably only takes about a minute and a half, so not very scary here. And so yeah, now we're revisiting this part, and we're gonna see like the fire aspect basically of this. Alright, so a neat little trick here, if you hold like a diagonal upward direction, even if you get hit by these lava like shots, I don't know what you call them, you're still going to be able to hold on to the ladder on the ceiling. Alright, so as you can see, we're able to use the freeze missiles in order to get up here. Alright, beautiful. So that's a neat little strat. You can basically freeze that second guy in order to get a shortcut all the way up there. And so we find this little scientist imposter guy who's really just disguised, a disguised core. And we're going to try to kill him right there. Alright. And so we sort of get a upgrade to our beam, and we get the wide beam here. Basically just dealing more damage, able to kill enemies more quickly. And we are done here. Alright. So we're going to do this cool little damage boost here. And nice, okay. And we're going to go for this little swag wall jump. Alright, beautiful. Oh, what am I doing? Alright, so this climb can be very tricky. Alright. All right, and we are so done here. And so basically, we get notified here that there are still like some living organisms detected on the ship still, and the ship wants to go see what it is. And so basically, we're gonna go be forced to save these animals. So. Okay, so immediately here, we're going to be doing like a little wall jump here in order to get up here quickly. All right. And so we come up here to find that there's still some animals running free, and we have to save them. All right.
Gotta save the animals, man. Gotta save the
them.
animals.
You get no choice, but yeah, you definitely, it's good for the conscious, you know. You want good karma. And also the animals, it's totally random on when they decide to come out, so basically their life is on the line, and sometimes they decide to take an extra lap around the lab, but it's okay, we still love them. And here we have some personal reflection time on feeling good about ourselves. So look at that beautiful suit. Oh my God. Look at those colors. All right. So now we're basically going to be instructed to go back down to Sector 5 to finish downloading the sort of upgrade or whatever. And so this is the second time we're revisiting Sector 5. We're actually going to come back a third time, so I don't know what their obsession was with Sector 5, but you have to return to it 3 times. And we're also going to go to this little spot. That's like kind of where SAX entered. And there's a secret little missile tank there. Pretty nice. Pretty convenient. And in total, we're going to have like either 45 or 50 missiles to end the game with. So. Alright, we're gonna try to store a Shine Spark. Alright, nice. Alright, beautiful. Alright, more Nightmare there in the background. We'll get to you. Okay, so we're back at this data point, and we're basically going to get power bombs now. And that's sort of the one that, you know, reveals all the blocks and kind of tells you or gives you hints on where to go. And now we're going to go downwards here. And we're going to stay in ball form. We're encountering SAX here. All right, you can see her shooting at us, but really bad. All right. All right, so now that we have power bombs, there's a little shortcut on getting back through here. And that's these bombs are power bombable, or these blocks. And saves a little bit of time. All right. So we get a very quick text here. Just one line that says basically go back to the ship. And so that's where we're going. But we're soon going to encounter that basically there's something going on. There's basically something stopping the power generator. And it's going to stop us on this elevator here. And we're going to have to make it out another way. So right here, the power goes out. And we see scary Ice Ridley here, but it doesn't do anything, so. It's just a fraud. Okay, so this is also luck here. Is that good? Nice. So basically those spitters, as you can see, they basically literally spit on you. And they do like, it's like 90 damage or something like that. It's like extremely high, so. You can get stopped at and like knocked out of your Shine Spark, and you can die super easily there. And so basically you get told that, you know, there's something stopping the generator, like some sort of roots are stopping it, and that we need to go down to the basement basically. Oh wait, what am I doing? And investigate it. So as you can see here, we're going to have some roots that we're going to be able to walk across on the top. And we're going to be making it down. All right. Yeah, and so these pirates, if you kill them, they're going to respawn in another spot. So basically, we just kind of go pacifist and just get by them as quickly as possible. All right, nice eye door. Okay, and so now we have our favorite boss of the game. And basically, he's going to pick us up. And if we jump into his arms, we can kind of end the cycle faster, so we're going to be doing that. And he can do this anywhere between 1 and 4 times. And we get the 4 round, it's okay. All right, he gets very jumpy there. And so we're going to try to hit a couple doubles here. All right, good triple double into the sweet spot. And so now we have this ability to space jump. And it's going to let us basically get to, like, you know, as high as we want. All right, so we get notified again that, you know, there's still something choking the engine here, and to just keep on going, keep on investigating. And we will find the source of it pretty soon. All right, so we have a very spicy encounter coming up here with the SAX where we really have to go quick. And the chances of dying are fair. But thankfully we have the ice missiles for this room. But this little downwards missile is going to be a little bit tricky. All right, we got it. And so that makes quick work out of that. And she's not really a problem until the end, so. And so yeah, now with space jump, we're able to get all the way up here and access this boss up here. All right, and so this boss is kind of like a tank. He has so much health, but we're going to be able to abuse a little sweet spot here. And as you can see, the little thing on the left is not able to hit us. All right. All right, so. All right, pretty good fight. And so this is another beam upgrade. Basically, it allows the beam to pierce through enemies. And that's very good for these key hunters right here. And they deal like 100 damage, or like 120 if the stinger hits you. So as you'll see in this room, we're able to just get through all of them, no big deal. And so now we're getting instructed to go back to Sector 5 for the third time, but this time it's to fight Nightmare, so pretty good. And so we're going to be trying to get a spark right out here outside the navigation, save, and charge room. And it's going to make going through the bottom section a lot easier. As you can see, he's you're going to be able to see that he's kind of went through the whole thing and ruined everything almost in the sector. So pretty obvious that he's been here. All right, beautiful. And so now we get this nice 5-screen shine spark. And it saves a lot of time, so it's pretty good. And so as you can see, as we're in water, our movement is slowed down. Our jump is like cut in half, basically. And so Fighting Nightmare is going to give us the gravity suit. And we're going to be able to move freely, basically, in this water. All right, pretty good luck towards the end here. All right, so now we are trapped in this little room, and we're going to wait for our friend. All right. And we're going to stay under here for a quick kill on this first phase. All right, beautiful. And basically, the faster you kill him, the more he stays over on that side and makes it a little bit quicker. All right, now we're going to loop him very carefully into this little spot so he can stop again. And he's dead. And we're going for some doubles here. All right, a couple doubles. And there we go. Okay, so now we're going to get the nice purple suit here. And we're going to be able to go through that water section. And since we're able to move freely, then we're able to store Shine Spark, basically, and get out. All right. Okay, we have to wait for this guy. All right. And so we're going to need a Shine Spark to break through here. And we will be proceeding through the secret underground water section. And this part's actually very misleading. Basically, everything does a crazy amount of damage. Like the fish, the seahorses, everything can kill you really easily.
Fusion Meridia in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, normally associate it with something calm or something, but everything is just like so powerful here. And so we're going to get the red key. And make our way out, and all the sectors are kind of connected like through the underground. So we're going to be coming out in Sector 3. All right, so we're going to need to get a Shine Spark to break through here. All right, beautiful. All right, so now we get diffusion missiles. And it has a really cool animation. Basically, you can freeze things. Like it sends out a big old ring, and you can freeze a bunch of enemies. And normally be able to freeze enemies that you couldn't. So as you can see, we ended up back in Sector 3. And we're going to be making our way back to Sector 6. And so now that we have the power bombs, we can basically access the second part of this sector and basically get to a restricted zone. Alright. So now we can be able to freeze enemies, especially those puffer guys, so that they won't be in our way. And so basically we get close to that door, and it's telling us no entry without authorization. And we aren't able to hit the button to open the door. Okay, so now we're met with a souped up version of Box, but oh god. All right, okay, that wasn't that bad. All right, so we need to farm him for a bit. All right. Okay, there we go. This should be good. All right. So yeah, you saw the little beam he was shooting at us. It does a crazy amount of damage, and so now we have that beam, and it's able to go through walls. So we're going to be able to shoot beyond the door over here and get to the restricted zone. And it's telling us, basically, the computer's telling us to not go here, but we just say, no, we're going anyway. So it keeps on telling us to stop. And interesting, we see Metroid breeding grounds here in the back. And as we leave, basically everything's going wrong. And SAX is in here trying to destroy things.
60 seconds to isolation lockdown.
All right. So we have a whole minute to get through that room, but we get through there in like 5 seconds, so. And so now we end up in the basement here. And the computer is basically telling us that we messed up and that we're in trouble, but we just don't care anyway. And now we have this Pop-Tart Wild Berry themed suit. But I think it looks better than the lime green one, so we won't complain. So we're gonna shoot a ice missile to basically get back through here easily later. Okay, and so normally you have to shoot those things in the back, but if you sort of do a turn right as you shoot, then it only checks to see which way you're facing. And you can kind of get a little cheese there. All right, so now we have the quietest boss of the game. And he'd be very trolly. And we're gonna want to stay in this corner. And hopefully, all right. All right, so this is kind of tricky to get doubles on. Okay. And we're gonna try to work him here. Somewhere around there we go. And so now we get this screw attack and we're able to make it through all these rippers. Basically make it through anything in the game at this point. And we're going to do a little downward shot here to open the door down there. And we're going to jump through and shoot this button. All right, so through this little path, we end up back in Sector 1. And we're going to be making it back to the computer and going back up to the main deck. All right, beautiful. Okay, so we're back in Sector 1, and we're going to be greeted with a lovely conversation that we can't read. But basically, we're fighting with artificial intelligence here. And so we kind of get noticed that the SAX, that thing that's like an imposter or whatever, has been like multiplying itself, and that there's like a ton of them running around the station, and that also the parasites are going to be able to steal basically information from the people who are going to try to come tend to the ship. And so we're obviously being rational and saying, you know, everyone's going to die, you know, the world's going to end kind of thing. And they're like, no, we're good. That's not what your orders are. So we are going to trick the computer, and I didn't know computers had emotions, but we're going to emotionally manipulate the computer to open the doors for us. And we are basically going very against our orders. Okay, so there's like 2 more fights left in the game. This next fight is actually probably the hardest, and you have the highest chance of dying. Basically, it's like the one-on-one SAX fight, and she is basically a beast. So a nice little shortcut here. All right, so now we're going back to the sort of the very first place that we went to go pick up the missiles, and we're returning there for the final fight. And we're basically trying to blow up the whole ship by sending it into the ground, but we're gonna get stopped right here. So. Okay, wow, all right, that worked out. So basically freezing her in place, kind of hit her with a freeze lock, and we're gonna send a vertical shot and kill it in 2 hits. And so now we're doing vertical doubles. All right, good triple double there, good triple double. So normally it takes 6 hits, but by going above it, we can do 2 at a time. And so now we're activating the propulsion sequence, and we need to get off the ship before it crashes into the ground. So back to the main ship. And we get the totally groovy ending music here. And we're going to be storing a Shine Spark and using it to get through the bottom here. All right. So now we go to the ship or the dock, and it's not here. We try to run back, and there is this Omega Metroid coming out of nowhere. And we get hit to 1 health, basically. And we would be doomed, but luckily the core, the SAX core, comes back and comes to protect us. But then she dies, and we're going to be able to pick up her core, too. So now we're going to try to hit him with a stun lock here. All right, and he gets stunned in the corner, and that's it. And so now it's just waiting for the ship. And time.
I only have one question, though. So if SAX was there and you were there, then who was ship?
Good question, good question. So basically we're unemployed now, and then the ship is going to reveal to us how it was able to move around, or how we were able to be saved, and it's very heartwarming. So
The mystery's killing me. Well, blowing up an entire space station is Samus's way of saying, you can't fire me, I quit. Something, something, Adam, something, something.
Exactly. how could this have happened? How do we live? And now Adam's here on the ship. We basically realized that the Federation stored Adam, like our old commander, his intelligence, and Adam tells us that he was able to maneuver the ship because of these lovely animals.
Oh, so you're saying that the animals basically saved the Samus.
Exactly.
There you go.
So,
so saving the animals basically means that fusion can happen.
exactly. Yeah.
There
exactly.
you go.
So
Think about that next time.
So we are a whole life to them, and yeah, we just wait for the credits.
Well, everyone, let's hear it for Scrub and his amazing run of Metroid Fusion. It was a pleasure to have you with us on the stream today. How did you enjoy your experience? What are your thoughts?
Check. There. Okay, so actually, I was a little skeptical about the CRT, but it's a really good TV. It's a really good little charm you got here.
Thanks. Actually, we had to thank Fighting Generation, who lent us the CRT because ours was busted in transit. So big shout outs to them. They're basically running all the CRTs for the FGC over there with all the fighting game tournaments. So really a bunch of stand-up guys. They really, helped us out in our time of need. And I got to say, me too. Like when I picked that one up, because there was like literally pallets and pallets of CRTs. And I picked that one. I'm like, oh, that one looks good. And I was surprised actually at the quality of the image. So
Yeah, it's really good. Is that?
yeah, it's supposed to be on.
Oh, yeah. Also, shout out to the whole Fusion community. Shout out to Eagle. He taught me everything I know, basically. Shout out to the 45 Club. Also, if you want to get good at this game, JRP has a tutorial. Also, shout outs to Scotty, another in the 45 Club, and shout outs to Monkey for helping me practice for this. So that's the whole set right there. And we're going to get our in-game time. Unfortunately, we have to wait all the way through the credits, but
It's worth it.
it's totally worth it. And we get this lovely image here. Look at those abs. Wow.
Yep.
49. Okay, that's not bad.
Ah, nice.
Not bad. All right.
Simon's just, enjoying the sun
Look at those lips.
in space. No problem. All right. Well, thank you once again, Scrub, for your amazing run. Let's hear it one more time for Scrub, guys. Coming up next in a couple of minutes, we're going to have our final run of the day. Day 2 of NoReset Speedrun at DreamHack Austin 2018 is going to be Hollow Knight. Any percent, no major glitches with visuals on PC. So give us a couple of minutes and we'll be right back. Stick around.